બધાને
कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का, बाहों में वो बुला रहा, वो करुणा कर दया का सागर, स्नेह सबको समा रहा। कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का,
नमस्ते।
लो अनुभव
नमस्ते बताने। नमस्ते पन्ना।
कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का, बाहों में वो बुला रहा, वो करुणा कर दया का सागर, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा। आओ प्रभु शरण प्रभु शरण
પણ બોલે આવી છે.
कर लो अनुभव प्रभु प्यार का। सुबह हुई जब आँख खुली तो कुछ घड़ियाँ कर प्रभु के नाम। सुबह हुई जब आँख खुली तो कुछ घड़ियाँ कर प्रभु के नाम। प्रभु की रण को हृदय में भर लो, कर लो आनंद दिव्य लला। प्रभु की रण को हृदय में भर लो, कर लो आनंद दिव्य लला। महामिलन की मंगल बेला, महामिलन की मंगल बेला, प्रभु मिलन जग मना रहा, वो करुणा कर दया का सागर, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा, स्नेह में सबको समा रहा। प्रभु शरण प्रभु शरण मस्त पवन ये खिला चमन, ये दिन और
सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा, निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव, सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ गणपते नमो नमः सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करः प्रभृतिभिर्देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती सरस्वती।
Sarvane Om Shanti. Today, letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. There are times when seeking resolution is really important if we are having an argument with our partner. Settling it can help strengthen our relationship. If we are having a disagreement over a contract, determining the outcome may be required to continue with the project at hand. In these types of situations, seeking resolution is very relevant. That said, there are loads of situations that occur in life in which we seek closure, even though it does not really serve us. As a matter of fact, this desire can hold us back. When we feel we've been done wrong, we want resolution. The size or type of interaction may not matter. We want to know who is guilty of the offense. Or, if we know who the culprit is, we want to know why they did it. Nidhi Ben actually sent me a video to play for you. So let me just put that on.
Don't purchase another pair of glasses until you've seen what this new invention can do for you. These eyeglasses.
Let's disconnect ourselves from everything around us and practice
Close your eyes.
looking at ourselves.
Listen, meditate.
Ask yourself a simple question. Who am I? I, the creator of every thought, feeling, word, and behavior. I, the eternal being. I am the energy. I, the soul. Let me look at myself. Take your attention towards the center of the forehead and visualize a very subtle, shining point of light. Look at yourself, that point of light in the center of the forehead. The energy, the master, resides here and takes charge of this body. I, the being, in the center of the forehead, radiate God's purity to every cell of my body. My body is healed with God's energy. I, the being, am an embodiment of peace. Peace, the original nature of the soul. I am full of peace. I, the being, radiate God's love to everyone around me. Gently remind yourself, I am a peaceful soul. I, the divine being, full of God's love, purity, and peace. Vibrations of peace radiate from me out into this universe. I, the soul, detach myself from this world and my body. Look at yourself, that tiny point of light traveling upwards. I, the soul, am rising above this planet. I am going home. Crossing the sun, the moon, and the stars. I, the soul, have reached home. It's a region of divine light, a land of complete stillness and peace. It's just peace and peace all around me. The soul world, my home. I see before me a very bright, shining point of light. My Father, God, the Supreme Power, just like me, another soul, very powerful, ocean of divinity and unconditional love. I, the soul, am sitting with God. God, the energy with whom I can experience all my relationships. God, my Father, my Mother, my teacher, my guide. God, my friend, my companion. God's unconditional love and powers are flowing towards me. I, the soul, am getting filled with God's love. God, the Supreme Power, is the ocean of peace. Peace, that one feeling the whole world is looking for. The ocean of peace is my Father. God's peace radiates from me to the entire world. It's reaching every soul who is looking for peace. I am a radiator of God's peace. It's just peace and peace all around me. The soul world, my home. I, the soul, am getting filled with God's peace. I am full of God's peace. I, the divine being, full of God's love, purity, and peace. If there's anything troubling me, a problem or a question, I can ask Him. God, my best friend. I share it with Him and I'm feeling light. I am His child. He is my friend, my companion, my teacher and parent. God is always with me. I, the being, radiate God's love to everyone around me. His power gives me the strength to heal my relationships. I, the soul, full of God's love and purity, now have the power to create unconditional happiness, health, harmony in my relationships, and heaven in this world. I, the soul, am now returning from my home to the world where I have come to play my part. Let me look at myself, that tiny point of light, now traveling back to the world, crossing the sun, moon, and the stars, traveling towards the planet. I, the soul, have come back into this world, into my body, the place where I reside. The center of the forehead. I have come back to play my part, to fulfill all my responsibilities. But now I am full of God's knowledge, love, and purity. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti again. That was beautiful meditation. The topic today, I said earlier, what I read out, it's about closure, closure of the past. Let me just...
Nidhi Ben is there.
Closure about the past. There may be relationships. And why are people obsessed with closure? Can I invite Nidhi Ben to talk about it? Nidhi, all yours.
Thank you. Hope you can hear me properly.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
can.
So very good morning to everyone. And the meditation that we did right now together helped us to have a state of mind which is very stable, isn't it? All of us could be in that state of mind which is very peaceful and connected to the Supreme Father. And also it made us aware about our roles. That I, the soul, the Supreme Being, the child of the Supreme Being, and how I am playing my part. And similarly, everybody is playing their part as well. It's like a drama. Now, what happens in this drama? Tell me if you relate this with me. When somebody is playing their part, or when I am playing my part, and those roles are not happening according to what my deepest desire is, then there is something called hurt that I experience. And suddenly there are many things in this drama that happened suddenly, abruptly, and we don't understand what it is happening. And by the time we understand, it might be a little too late to rectify it. Has that happened with you? It could be an end of a relationship. It could be somebody just passing away suddenly, finishing their drama suddenly. It could be a behavior that was totally unexpected. Totally. You trusted someone so much. It could be betrayal. It could be something that you're not aware of. Your heart saying, no, this person cannot do this. There might be some reason behind it. I don't know the reason behind this, but something of that kind. And maybe we don't get a chance. Sometimes we do get a chance to speak out, to communicate, but there are times that we might not get a chance to communicate, chance to clarify, chance to speak, chance to say what is in our heart, or listen to someone what is in their heart. So one is that it's an external behavior that has affected you. But the other could be my behavior. Under some influence, I might have done something which I didn't realize at that point of time what is happening. Maybe I was naive. Maybe I was ignorant. Maybe I didn't realize that for me, it could be just a simple thing, but for somebody, it could be life-changing. It could be very important. And then there might be a thought, oh, but I really didn't mean that. I just said it like that. I really didn't mean that. But the person who has taken it in that sense, in another sense, is in hurt, is in pain, is in sorrow. So there is this whole game that we start playing, and this game is about taking sorrow and giving sorrow. Have you ever played this game? How many of you have played this game of taking sorrow? Maybe giving sorrow, we are very careful. I don't want to hurt somebody. I don't want to do this, So we're very, very, very careful in this, the other part of the game of giving sorrow. We're very mindful that we shouldn't do something that people get offended or people feel hurt. We're very careful with that. But what about taking sorrow?
How do you do that?
How do you take sorrow?
Yeah, how would you do it? Taking from someone else.
No, it's very, very interesting, very simple. Taking sorrow is the easiest thing that we human beings do. And we don't even we're very, very intelligent. We take sorrow and we say, no, I'm not taking sorrow, because we don't like the word sorrow.
Yeah.
So the ego defends it and we say, no, I'm not taking. Like, say, it could be something very, very simple. You asked in a family setup, right? Between husband and wife. You've asked your husband to do something. It's just gone out of his mind. Not that he don't want to do it. It's just gone out of his mind and it didn't happen. What is the feeling that you would create?
Probably
You couldn't even remember this much?
Yeah.
This thought. It's such a simple thing. Am I not important for you? That one word, that one feeling. Am I not important? You couldn't remember that much for me. But you're always occupied with other things. Fine, he has forgotten. Let go of it. Let's move on. We close it. We close the thing there. But there is that feeling, very subtle feeling of I am not being heard, or I am not being respected, or I am not being important. And that's why we listen this phrase. It's a Gujarati phrase. Kadaraj nathi. How many times you have spoken this word or you have shared this term, And when you say that kadaraj nathi, which means there's no value, I hold no value in their hearts.
No
What kind of feeling gets created?
Oh, I see. That's what sorrow is.
That's what sorrow is. Now, this is very simple example, a very basic example I'm giving. And we say it with smile. We say it like a sarcasm, or we say it like very light mode. We don't even say it very, in a heavy sense, or we don't say it with a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. It could just be a statement which is just passed like that, passing by. But the feeling that gets created is very important, it's very serious. Now, if I get habit of creating these kind of little feelings, there's another saying in Gujarati which says, "Tipe tipe sarovar bharai," which means drop, the whole bucket gets filled, the ocean gets filled, right? Now, imagine since childhood up until now, how many drops of like this kind of low feeling have I accumulated?
Thousands.
Loads. So what's happening? Now, this will be not just in my memory, but also it affects my body. It gets stored in the cells of the body, because every emotion I create, every thought I create, every vibrational energy that I create, what happens with it? My body responds to it. Like, say, for example, if you're overthinking about something, there are days, no? We start thinking and the thoughts don't stop. What would happen in those days? You'll feel tired. Without doing anything, do you feel tired? Are there days you've not done anything? You've slept, you've overslept, still you feel tired.
Maybe your mind is running elsewhere.
No, because the quality of the thoughts that you produce, the feeling that is being produced alongside with those thoughts is impacting our body. Our emotion, our thoughts have a direct correlation with how my body feels. If That's why they say, that 95%, it's a huge research, it's a huge percentage, 95% of all the illness
Mind.
that the body has, it could be as simple as your headache or a backache. There would be an emotional reason behind it. Definitely. Definitely. It's all psychosomatic. And that's why it's very, very important that I start dealing with my emotions. Like, I'm not generalizing it, but you can see that young people have backaches. I don't know if you have seen, if you've come across somebody who has got backache. If you observe their lifestyle, if you see their
I
emotions.
have Nidhi Ben. I have a bad back. I'm in bed now. That's why I got my camera
No,
off.
I'm talking about a little bit younger people.
I am only 73.
Fine, you're too young for that. But you'll see that they would have something called lack of support in their life.
Yeah.
Or even at the older age, when I start one could be my body is the wear and tear of the body because of age. That's understandable. But if it is getting more severe, let me check with myself that am I feeling that I have nobody as my backbone? I have no one that I can fall back to. I can put my
Very
shoulder.
true, very true.
So if I have this feeling, my back pain would go much deeper. The intensity of the pain would increase. Not that the pain is more. The pain is same, but I feel the intensity is more because I'm looking for someone as my support and I'm not getting it. So that has been reflected in my physical body. So it could be sometimes, and I'm not going into the detail of mind and body and the ailments right now, but the point that I'm going to make here is that if I'm not dealing with what I'm feeling, my emotions, if I'm not dealing with the type of thoughts I'm creating, and also what I've created in past, if I'm not saying okay to it, it's not going to allow me to lead a life full of life, a life full of life. It's not going to happen. There'll always be a desire. Now, what will happen? You'll have a desire to live a life. Everybody has that desire, right? To lead a life which is full of fun and joy and full of life. That won't happen because situations will be like that, circumstances will be there, responsibilities will be there, limitations will be there, complexities of relationships and societies will be there. All these things will be there. And then what I'll start taking from all this situation? Sorrow. Do you see the game? Do you understand? And this will not allow me to be progress too. And here it is important for me to understand that it is a game. It is not the truth. There's a huge difference between truth, reality, and what we all are doing right now. We're just playing games, mind games, emotion games. These are just games that have been played, even without me realizing that I am. And the moment I realize that it's just a drama, it's a role, the first and the foremost virtues that come, two things, acceptance and forgiveness. Are they easy or are they tough?
They're always easy.
Always?
No, not always.
To accept things which are not acceptable. to accept behavior which is not acceptable, to accept the situations of life that does not go down well my throat. Mhm. And is it easy to forgive?
Mhm. Depends on the situation.
Forgiving others is easy. It could be done once. But forgiving yourself, we might not carry it in our mind. Okay, no, we have this phrase, "Thaigyu, bhuli jao." No, we could say this. It's easier to say that,
Right, yeah, true.
but there is a trace. What does it mean? In Brahma Kumaris, we say that forgive and forget. So we could forgive, but we cannot forget. And if you cannot forget, that means you've not actually forgiven.
Yeah, true, true.
You might have forgiven yourself or the person or the situation or God, whoever you are angry with. But it would be like 90% forgiveness, 10% I have to remember. So I can protect. And how do we defend it? So I can protect myself.
It's also like to forgive somebody just for peace, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do that. Forgiveness is always for peace. It's not for somebody else. It's never for somebody else.
And that
See,
is never forgotten. And that is never forgotten.
That's
True.
never forgotten.
Yeah.
Like, say, for example, if we talk about forgiveness, if I have done something with you, right? Or you've done something with me, which is not acceptable. You have forgotten because you've done and done. You've gone. There's a saying, the X forgets, but the tree remembers.
Yeah.
So the person who has the X will forget.
Yeah.
The person who is the tree, which has got hurt by the X, will always remember. Right?
True.
Now the X has forgotten. Whoever has done something with me has forgotten. Now, as a tree, what am I doing? Even if I remember, even if I keep remembering, will it change the nature of X?
No.
No.
No. It will never change. And does it really matter to the other person, whoever is done? They don't even know I'm holding on to it.
No.
They don't even know I'm remembering it. So by remembering it, I am extracting, I am deriving a certain kind of sorrow from it. You know? When we say, "Mari sathe to awu thai gayo." This happened to me. That victim mode, the moment it gets on, it gets activated. You know? What kind of emotion is releasing? Low feeling, sorrow,
Sorrow.
right? Pain. And this is where I have to say that I'm not the tree that is hurt or that is scarred. I'm the one that is healed. I'm the one which bears fruit. Because this habit of taking sorrow makes me forget what I have and magnifies what I don't have.
But sometimes you can't forget it. Oh, I sometimes it just, when you see the person, it comes in front of you.
Because I have kept it alive. I've kept it alive inside. Forget about that person coming in front of you. I can guarantee you 100%. When you were saying this, there was somebody in your mind already that you were imagining. That person is there in your mind, even not the person is physically in front of you. Yeah. But when we say that, there's this one person. Okay, if I say, do you have that one person that annoys you a lot in your life?
Probably everybody has one.
Everybody has.
No, they have, but tell me how many of you got their picture in your mind when I spoke about that person? See? You know that person's name has come. Though we're not saying it
Yeah.
in front, but that one is there.
It's in your thoughts.
It's in your thoughts. And when they come in your thoughts, you start, sometimes it's okay, but sometimes there are times where you start communicating with that person also. You start having a conversation there, don't you, with that person? And the moment we start having this conversation, what is going to end up? Nobody knows. Nobody knows there is this conversation going on. Our mood nothing. Now, what does this mean? That I don't have a right mood. I'm upset. I'm upset. Now, who made me upset? That person. Now, is that person even aware this is happening?
No.
No.
So what did I do? I started playing games with myself.
Mm.
I created this vision of this person. I am creating my vision. I cannot say anything to this person in person. So I'm creating this image in my thoughts. And now I'm saying whatever I want to say, because this imaginary person is not going to say something. And if I know that person very well, I'll even say their dialogues. And then I'll say what I have to say. So I'm doing two-way dialogues in my head together. And then there is a sense of satisfaction that I'll derive from this. I've said it to them. Now, next time when they meet, I have more power.
It's hard, but it's true.
It's true. It's more true. But what happens in reality, next time you meet, where does that power go? It all
Comes back.
evaporates. It all evaporates because it's not real. I'm replaying it again and again, again and again. And what is happening whilst I'm doing this, I'm making myself weak, not powerful, not strong, not at all strong. And this weakness is not helping me. And what is the sign of me being weak? I'll get influenced by small, small things in life.
Getting angry yourself.
Angry with them. If you're angry with yourself, you've never forgiven yourself.
I tend to walk away from it. I just walk away from it.
So physically we could walk away, but what's happening mentally?
Mentally, our mind.
We store it.
Yeah.
We accumulate it.
Yes.
And see, this is the end of the year. Right? It's the end of the year. So you have to bring the year, it's closing down. The year is getting over, And in my life too, there are many chapters.
Which I must close.
It's time for them to get closed. So I would request, because it's now the holiday season and we're all going to have a lot of fun during Christmas, and we might not see each other in the last week. So you have all your time for yourself. And I think the first talk that we are going to do in Wembley is also about bringing closure and starting fresh, the first in January. But I recommend all of you to listen to that talk. But also, it's important that when I get time, every day, I'm not saying at the end of the year, but every day, create a habit of bringing closure to that day. Every day, before you go to bed, bring closure. Yes, Pragna.
So when you say bring a closure, what do you mean by that? So we just, whatever has happened that particular day, you think that that's it. I don't want to know, or don't want to keep it stored in my mind at all.
Yes. Right? So there is a practice that you could do is, like, say, for example, in our body, It's designed in a way that whatever we consume, the body has its intelligence to let go of it.
Yeah.
Like, say, for example, you drink water. Yeah. What does the body do? It contains, it stores all the minerals and vitamins and whatever it needs. It gets the hydration from it, everything. And then whatever is the waste, it filters it out.
Yeah.
And it comes out, right? Whatever I eat, same. So it could be food, it could be water, even the air that I'm breathing. Breathe in, what happens? Can you store it?
No.
Can you hold it for more than 13, 14 seconds? That is also too much, What happens? It takes what is necessary and then it comes out. So it could be air, it could be water, it could be solid, it could be whatever. Whatever we consume, the body has an intelligence that it throws out the unnecessary, the unwanted. Similarly, what I consume in my mind, do I filter it and then chuck out the things which are not important? Is there a system I've created for my mind? Everybody is unique. Create your own system.
Yeah.
True. You're the master of it.
That's it. That's it. So throughout the day, something has happened, something has not happened, something has worked, something has not worked. At the end of the day, with the heart filled with gratitude, I take the experiences which were needed. I take the learning which was important to shape my life, But rest all, the paraphernalia about it, this one and that one, and the judgments and all that, I don't need. And
Didi,
for that, yes.
Didi, it's like making New Year resolutions and we never abide by it.
No, that's why I'm not saying make New Year resolution. New Year resolution won't work. It will never work.
No, yeah.
I'll tell you why it will never work. Because it's easy to make a plan. But you need strength
to follow it.
Carry it out. Yeah, true.
And what I'm trying to say today is gather that strength. Now, if I don't change my habits, I won't get strength. I can sit on this chair and I can imagine and I can desire and I can expect my muscles being very strong. I'm getting biceps and triceps and everything. Will that happen? Just by sitting here and just by having this desire and just by talking about it to everybody I meet?
No.
By talking about it, by expecting it, it won't happen. When it will happen? When I get up and start exercising.
Yeah.
And not just one day. Okay, I've done 100 push-ups today. Will I get my biceps out?
No.
I have to do it every day as a discipline.
Discipline, yeah.
So this is exercising my mind. If I want to make my mind strong, I need to have a certain amount of discipline.
Yeah.
Something that I do every day, a closure that I bring every day. It's important, very important. And that's where meditation that we did in the beginning, it was like 15 minutes of meditation that we did in the beginning. The way we felt about it was training my mind to feel like that every day. Every day.
Mind over matter.
Yes. And then let me not gain. You know why people, sometimes I observe that when we are sad or when we are feeling victim or when we are feeling this, it's again a defense mechanism. It's not to judge anyone, but it's a defense mechanism that my mind's playing because my mind wants to protect me. So when I'm feeling sad or when I'm feeling nobody is there for me or blah, 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 that victim mode, whatever comes out, we derived happiness from that. Have you ever noticed that? You feel happy by being sad. We don't accept it, but we do. Yeah, that's why we repeat it. No? Like say, for example, if I give you a drink, maybe I'm not saying Karela because many of you might be drinking Karela, but if you give a Karela drink to a little child and it's not very nice taste, will that child drink again?
No.
But if you give a chocolate to a child,
Yeah.
every day it wants, right? That means what happened here? Very, very deep. Understand this. Chocolate tasted it nice. The child derived something out of it, felt happy. That's why it wants again. Yeah. With the Karela drink, didn't go well, was not satisfied, was not happy with it. So it didn't ask for a second one. In fact, it didn't even completed the first shot. Just a little taste. I want this. So the things we want again and again, we are deriving happiness out of it. That's a bottom line. So if I have this habit of feeling sad again and again, what does that mean? I'm getting something from my sadness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
So you're not let it go. You're just still storing on.
No, I am comfortable with it. The first and foremost point is I'm comfortable being sad. I'm comfortable with my sorrows. I say I'm not comfortable, but the reality is I'm comfortable. That's why like, say, for example, I'm sitting on this chair, right? If this chair was not comfortable, what would I do?
Change it.
Change it.
Change. Am I changing my way of living?
No.
No.
Am I changing my thought patterns?
No.
That means
You're happy with it.
I'm happy with it. Even if that thought patterns are giving me sorrow, even if that thought patterns are not making me feel uplifted, I'm happy with it. Why? Because I don't know what to do. There is certain kind of unknown factor. Like say, if I create thoughts of power, I don't know how to deal with that power. Suddenly I'm feeling very happy. I don't know how to respond to this state of happiness. Better I go back to my victim where I'm comfortable.
You've accepted it. Yeah.
So it is because we need a certain amount of strength, inner strength. So rather than reaching here, so what we do when you said, Manorama Ben, about the newer resolution, there's one moment in my life today that I feel, no, I'm going to bring this change. Definitely this is going to happen. I don't want to think about this. I've got this realization today's session. Many things have been clear. I'm not going to do this way. So this is because right now you are in that state of mind with power. We create this plan. I'm not going to do this. But throughout the day, do I sustain it?
Willpower.
True.
And that's why in the Hindu mythology, is it okay if I take few minutes extra? Just to finish?
Yeah.
And have half an hour extra for being late.
Sorry.
Your punishment.
No. No punishment.
I'm happy for this punishment.
We'd love to listen to you. Go on.
For hours and hours, yes.
Yes.
So what happens is, where was I?
About this New Year resolutions.
New Year resolution.
Oh, okay. So the New Year resolution, what happens is that, okay, just give me 2 minutes because somebody else needs this. I'll shift it to my phone. Yeah.
Okay.
You all can have a moment of silence and gather that strength.
too, you know. It takes a while. Go back to it.
Om Shanti, 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 I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti, I'm a peaceful soul. ये ध्वनि मंगल ध्वनि है. Shanti, this sound is a sacred song. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti, I'm a peaceful soul. बड़ा ही सुख कर ये मंत्र मनोहर. Om Shanti, this great mantra brings such happiness
Nidhi Ben
that
is back.
surrounds the soul. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, I'm a peaceful soul. All sing out the sound of Shanti throughout
Yeah, but I
the
can still hear the song. Yeah. Sorry for this, because it's 10 o'clock already. So somebody had to take over. Okay, so we're talking about how to finish the day. Like we have this pattern of gaining something. And this gaining something is so
Hi.
that we sometimes come into a situation where I don't even realize what I'm doing in that game. I don't realize that I am addicted to sorrow. If you see, it's easy for us to know the addiction which is external. Like you can see the addiction to phones, you could see addiction to substances, you could see addiction to human being. Like you like a person, you want to be with the person, you're addicted to the person, you're addicted to technology, you could be addicted to substances or drinks or alcohol, stuff like that. But we are also addicted to our emotion patterns. We are also addicted to emotions. And each one of us would have a different set of emotions that we are addicted to. We would like to create those kind of emotions, irrespective of whatever the situation is. You might have come across people, any situation, they would like to create a negative emotion. And there are people in any situation, they would create a positive emotion. Or there are people who have no pattern. So any situation can trigger them to create any emotion. So they're addicted to having no patterns. So we have to understand what is my emotion pattern, which emotion I am addicted to. It might not be a pleasant realization because the ego wants to be the best. So if I know, oh, I'm addicted to this kind of thing, no, it might be something else. We try to fool ourselves. But let's be very honest with ourselves. If I need to bring closure in my life, honesty is very important. And it starts with very small steps. All of you might have a book and paper. After we finish this session in a few minutes, I would request you to write down all the judgments that people have for you, which are bothering you. You know, the opinions that you have heard about yourself or you have created for yourself. Write them down. You know, and then 5-10 minutes, just sit with yourself. Close your eyes, just sit with yourself, center yourself, gather yourself, and then read what you have written. No? Read, right? Now, when you read, there would be two things. One, you would say, nah, this is not me. So you have challenged that situation. You have challenged that opinion, right? Or the other option would be, yeah, I think I am this. I have this thing in me. There would be only two responses to everything that you have written, to every point that you have written. Now, what is happening when you do this exercise? The thing that you have accepted, yeah, this could be in me, this is in me, that thing has lost its power. The moment you've accepted it, it has lost its power. It won't bother you. And the things that you have challenged, no, this is not true, that also has lost its power because you know it is not you. So the first step is make everything powerless, which is external. When you make these things powerless, you become powerful, because now these things which were bothering you don't hold any power. Does that make sense? So at the end of the day, before you go to bed, do this exercise every day. What were those things which came, which are bothering? Write it down, sit in solitude, meditate with yourself, look at them, make them powerless. Finish it off. Finish it off. Then this will give you the strength, whatever you have heard in your scriptures or in your religious text, that do your karma, don't expect anything in return. The famous Gita saying, karmane vadikarastu ma phaleshu. That means keep doing, but be free from the influence of what is being done, which means that don't allow that influence to be more powerful on you. When we start doing this exercise mentally, it's important to do it on paper. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you one thing. If I say, what is 2 into 2? 2 times 2 is 4. Easy. 5 times 10 is? Can you calculate? 5 times 10? 50. Okay, if I tell you 244 multiplied by 305, can you tell me?
Difficult.
Not easy. But if you take a pen and paper and you write that 244 multiplied by 305, what will happen? It's much easier than what you do in your mind. Do you think? Because our mind is not trained to do that 3-digit multiplication. We are taught in schools the tables till 20. And even out of 20, it's just first 10 that we remember. 17 into 4, nobody remembers. It's difficult. You have to train your mind for that. So this real life emotion changes, we are not used to it. Our minds are not used to solve it. And even if I give you the whole day to do that multiplication, it's going to take longer, no? And if I add 4 digits and 5 digits, you would start and you would forget what was that digit there, But if it's on paper, it's clear. And that's why have this habit of writing it on paper. Very important. Journaling, very important. So before you go to bed, do this kind of journaling. Take down, bring closure. What are your feelings? Express it. Mostly, this is a problem with the souls who are in the female's body, lack of expression. There's this very deep feeling somewhere in the corner, nobody listens to us. How many of you feel you're not being heard? See, so many. And because we have this feeling of not being heard, or our opinion won't matter, there is no importance, or whatever it could be, we don't express, we don't say. Yeah, we would cry out, or we would, project it in some other behavioral forms, or the body, the illness of the body, but we don't verbalize it. And there's a point when we are fed up of it, and then we burst. One day we burst, right? So it is important that every day there is a mode of expression that will allow us to have sanity of mind. Right. If the words you can't use your words to share with someone, make book, paper, and pen your best friend and write what you're feeling. Every day, write. Just a paragraph of how you're feeling. What is it? Release it. The first step to closure is to release whatever you're holding on to. And then if you don't want anybody, because there is a fear, what if somebody reads what I write? I don't want anybody to know, and all this kind of other things which are attached to it. Just take a paper, write it, tear it, throw it in the bin. But bring it out of your system. That's important. Do this, see this, and next time when we meet, you can share your experience if it worked or not, or you can always let Pannabin know and I'll get the message. Yeah. Thank you. Let's have a moment of silence. And in this moment of silence, let me allow myself to be comfortable and accept myself as I am. Whatever has happened in past, thoughts that are bothering me, today I take the ownership of my life. And this relationship with myself becomes the stepping stone to make myself powerful. Let me be my best friend. And in this journey of transformation, I have as my guide, as my support, as my strength, the Supreme Creator, Father. Let me become my own Brahma. Brahma, the Creator. Similarly, I create a very powerful thought for change, thought of closure. And then I become Vishnu, the sustainer, the creation that has been created. It's my role to sustain it as well. I remind myself again and again of how powerful, how special and unique I am. And then, as Shankar, any negative thought or thought of weakness that creeps in, through the eye of wisdom, I finish it off. I destroy it. This relationship with the Almighty, the Supreme, helps me to move forward in life. Let me be my own Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, my own Trimurti. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Didi. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nidhi, this was superb.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Nidhi.
It's a pleasure
Wonderful.
to see you all again after a long time.
Yeah.
You-
Thank you,
Yes,
Nidhi
long
Ben. I
time.
really enjoyed my first
you.
session ever for meditation in this platform. And I really was so impressed. And I'm so happy I joined this today. Learned a lot from you. Thank you so much.
Continue it because we got very
will.
different teachers who come every week, and you can
Yes,
get
thank
the
you.
best out of all the
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I have joined other meditation, but yours was the first time I joined, and I thoroughly agree. Thank you.
And you all are invited
Wonderful.
for our Christmas party in Wembley. We are holding the Christmas do this Tuesday evening at 6:45. So whoever can make it, it's good to see each other in person as well. So all of you are invited. And those who are watching online, invited on the Tuesday evening. Yeah.
What time?
Thank
What
you
time?
and have a good time.
It starts at 6:45, so the arrival is 6:30.
Okay.
Just for an hour. Till 8. I think we'll finish by 8.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. And
Where is this? On the same, which platform?
We'll share with you the details. I'll share it.
Maybe I can't hear. Which platform?
It's in person.
in person,
Fine.
live,
Thank you.
live at Wembley,
Okay,
at
thank
Wembley
you.
Center. And Nidhi will share the address and the timing and everything. So, ladies, what can I say? What have you learned about obsessed with closure?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
People seeking closure are motivated by the benefits it can provide. For instance, closure can give someone a feeling of control where there wasn't one before. It can provide a stronger foundation on which one can take action and move forward. The brain has a need for closure to process and perceive feelings. Thank you very much, Nidhi. That was brilliant today. We thoroughly enjoyed it. We have to see you often, more often.
Yeah.
True.
True.
Yes.
Because people do enjoy having you talking different subjects. And mind you, all these sessions we've had so far are brilliant. It has been really good.
Good.
Learning from every different teacher, different subjects has been wonderful. So, thank you very much again, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. What can I say? But I think next week is our last one. Am I right? Next week is the last one, and then we start off again on the 8th, 7th or on the 8th January.
January.
So we close for the Christmas. We shall see you next week again and catch up soon.
Thank you.
Have a lovely Sunday.
Have a lovely
Thank
weekend
you. Good
too.
weekend.
Thank
Bye.
you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Merry
Bye.
Christmas and Happy New Year
Stay
to
warm.
everyone.
Stay
Same
warm.
to
New Year
you.
to you, Didi.
Same to
Thank you,
you.
Nidhi.
Bye.
Thank you, Nidhi.
Thank you, Panna.
Yeah, thank you, Panna.
Thank you, Panna.
Thank you, Panna.
Thank you,
Take care.
Brother.
Leslie Ben.
Yeah. Mana nama Ben Jom?